Yeah. First of all, I like to thank our staff, our medical personnel, our trainers, and our doctors, and what they've done and what they've continued to do throughout this process to even give us a chance to be able to go out and compete and go out there and play. And they've done a heck of a job and will continue to do so. I know our fans expect more from this football team than what we showed today, and we expect more out of ourselves. There's a higher standard, and so we've got work to do. We got work to do. We're gonna watch the tape. We got a lot of corrections we need to make, and we'll make those corrections. You usually make the most improvement between your first and your second game, and then we got a big game. We got Michigan next week, and so that'll be our focus. We'll control what we can control, and continue to move forward. This is the beginning. This is not the end, and this is a process. And I know that, and our staff knows that, and we know what we have to do to continue to take steps to play the type of football that we are expected to play, up to the standard that we need to play. But with that, I'll take any questions that you have.
Coach, our first question goes to Justin Rose from WXYZ.
Hey Mel, some of the mistakes out there, the turnovers, the penalties, self-inflicted stuff. I mean, was that surprising to you? It seemed like the message we kind of felt like we got out of your camp was that you guys are going to be process driven and kind of take care of what you can control, and then those things kind of reared up all game long.
Yeah, I mean, those were disappointing. Obviously, turnover margin is the largest determining factor in winning and losing games, college and pro. And we talk about it all the time: the ball, the ball, the ball. Taking care of the football and taking the ball away on defense. And if you turn the ball over 7 times, you're not. It's gonna be tough to beat anyone. You're not going to be able to beat good teams. You're not going to be able to beat any teams when you do that. And I also would like to give Greg Schiano and Rutgers, give them credit. Give them credit where credit is due. They did what they had to do. They made enough plays. They played hard for 60 minutes, and they out-executed us. But yeah, I was disappointed, and that we were all disappointed. But those are all things that are correctable. And so, we'll go back to the drawing board.
Go ahead to Lindsey Houston for the next question.
Yes, tough loss, Coach. Somewhat of a follow-up to the first question. How much can you contribute to the mental aspects of the game compared to the technical aspects? Are those one and the same for you right now?
Yeah, well, they go hand in hand. A lot of the game is mental, even though this is a very physical game. But our mental disposition towards competing, I saw our guys, they continue to play, for 60 minutes, continue to fight and work to score and get stops and things like that. And so, that's a good sign. And, there was energy, there was fire, there was want to on the field, on the sideline, and in the locker room after the game. There was passion, there's desire, and there was a football character about this team that I do appreciate. They take coaching, they work hard, and when you do those types of things, good things are going to happen. We have to stay with our process. Okay, we have to correct our mistakes, and because our guys are coachable, we respect them. They respect our staff. We will be able to make those corrections, and we will be able to improve. And that's going to start right away. And our guys understand that. And so I'm looking forward to watching this film, seeing where we need to improve, making those corrections, and getting ready for Michigan.
Great. Thank you, Coach.
Yeah, thank you, Lindsey.
Our next question will go to Matt Charbonneau with the Detroit News.
Mel, I was curious
Yeah, first, and offensively, our philosophy is we want to be able to run the ball on our terms, and we weren't able to do that today. And so, that makes it tough because when you're somewhat one-dimensional, it's hard to be successful. I thought Rocky did some good things out there. I mean, if you look at his stats, 31 for 44. 319, three touchdowns. I mean, that's pretty good production. I know there was a turnover early in the game, but we'll have to watch the film. I think there was some miscommunication there, and obviously at the end he's trying to make a play, and so I think that he showed really good leadership in this game. He continued to play the next play. He played tough. He played physical. And he continued to fight, and so, and he's going just like the rest of the players, he's going to continue to improve. We're going to coach him just like we coach the rest of these guys on some of the mistakes that they made, and then we'll work to get better this week.
Our next question will go to Jamal Spencer with WZZM.
Now, what went into the decision to go for it on 4th and 3 late in the game when you were down 11 instead of kicking a field goal and trying to go down 8? What went into that decision to go for it on 4th and 3?
Yeah, we were just looking to be aggressive. We thought that was something that we could convert. We missed a fourth down early in the game, but we came back on another 4th down and scored a touchdown. And so, we were still down a couple scores, and so, going for it on 4th down when you got 1, 2, 3 yards to go is not that much. It's not unusual, in this day and age of football, especially when you're trying to be aggressive, you're trying to score points, and when you're down in the game, when you're down a couple scores. So, we're just going to be aggressive, and it didn't work out for us.
Our next question will go to Stephen Brooks with 24/7 Sports.
Hey, Mel, I was curious what you thought of, or what you think about where your guys are in terms of absorbing this defense and being able to play it fast. It seemed like it looked like there's a lot of communication going on and maybe some slower plays and some confusion there was just in terms of absorbing the defense and letting them go at 100 miles an hour. Where do you think they are in that regard?
Did you say defense?
Yeah, sorry.
Yeah. Obviously, our guys have learned our scheme, and communication is a big part of playing defense, also playing offense. And I thought our guys communicated. We were able to substitute. We were concerned about the pace of play and how fast they were able to go, but we were able to get lined up and get in position to make plays. And so we have to do a better job tackling. Obviously we're in position to make some plays and then make them. And then in coverage, we have to stay on top and make sure we don't give up big plays in the passing game. But we're going to have communication on our defense. We're going to give calls, get calls. We'll make checks. We'll do things. And as long as guys are lined up when the ball's snapping, they know what their assignment is, then we should be okay. But it's going to be more about the execution when the ball snaps. On how to play a technique, being in position to make tackles, things like that. That's really what that's going to be about. But I felt like our guys were confident in our game plan, and we were able to execute quite a bit in the game, and we were able to get some 3 and outs, some critical times, and I thought the guys played really hard. But we got a lot of work to do. We need to improve, and I expect to see that improvement throughout this week and getting ready for Michigan.
Thank you.
Yes, sir.
Our next question comes from Chris Solari of the Detroit Free Press.
You used, I think, 5 running backs today. Can you kind of break down the position and why start Connor over Elijah and what's going on with Elijah?
Yeah, well, I've said all along that we want to play multiple backs. our depth chart and our rep chart is fluid, and it's based upon production and practice. And we grade every practice and in every scrimmage, and it's being able the ability to run the ball, the ability to pass protection, catch the ball out of the backfield, and there's nothing set in stone. And so all of those guys that we played, they have talent, and we're going to play multiple guys. And so I like some things I saw out of some of those guys. I mean, like Jordan Simmons, he's a guy that went in there and showed that he had some burst through the hole and made some plays. And so we got competition at that position, and I think that's a good thing. I mean, you're going to earn what you get. You're going to earn the carries, you're going to earn your touches, things like that on the practice field, and that's at every position. And so we're going to continue to do that. It's an unselfish group, which is good, and they understand that there's going to be competition every day, and so we'll continue to do that.
So just to clarify, it was competition issues with Elijah not starting, Connor starting?
No, they all competed. They all competed very hard during our camp, and gave great effort, and worked really hard. And the guys that earned the right to play, they played in the game. And so you saw all those guys that were out there. They deserved to play because of the work that they put in.
We have time for 2 final questions, starting with Matt Wenzel at NY.
We've heard a lot about Jaden Reed as sort of potential. What did you see from him today? Obviously with the production and now with the 2 possibly challenges.
Yeah, obviously you see Jaden can make plays. He's an explosive athlete. He can make plays in the return game on special teams, and obviously as a receiver, he can make guys miss. He's got really good hands, and he's got good burst and acceleration. And so obviously we need to take care of the football, and ball security is we put a premium on that. Those are things that can be corrected and will be corrected. And he's not a player that you see putting the ball on the ground in practice. And so I know that that we can get that cleaned up. But obviously he's a weapon for us. He's hard to cover. And he can make plays, and we're going to continue to work with him and continue to move him forward and get him where he needs to be.
Thank you.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
And our last question is going to go to Jim Comparoni at Spartan Mag.
Hey Mel, you preached the importance of ball security throughout practice, and we've heard you talk about that in your readings and so forth. When you're on the sideline and it's happening, how do you respond to that? How disheartened do you get about that? What can you do during a game when those things that you're preaching are just unraveling in that particular category?
Yeah, you just have to continue to play the next play, and guys, you confront them. You talk to them about it, and then guys go back out there and compete. And so we'll look at it. We'll see what other types of drills that we can do in practice to help with the ball security. But we work on ball security drills every day. We actually start every single practice with a series of ball security drills, and we grade them and we talk about them, we show them, but today, obviously with 7 turnovers, I mean that was very disappointing, and so we'll figure out some different ways to emphasize ball security and do those this week and get ready for Michigan.
One other thing, if I can, the offensive line, what did you see as the shortcoming in that area today, or whatever it was with being unable to run in your terms? What did you see? Was the Rutgers defensive line playing better than maybe people expected?
Yeah, well, I'll have to watch the film and see exactly what happened in the trenches, but just overall, just looking at it, it didn't look like we were able to control the line of scrimmage like we need to, and in order for us to have the type of offense that we need to have, the type of balance that we need to have, we have to be efficient running the ball, whether it's on the perimeter or inside. And so we'll take a hard look at that. And but that's got to happen in order for us to be successful. We have to be more efficient running the football.
All right. Thank you, Coach.
Thank you, guys. Thank you so much. Thanks for all you do. We'll see you soon.